Righty. Yes, we are live. We're live, motherfucker. All right. What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here on a Sunday evening, Sunday night, Football Sunday. Week 12 of the NFL in the league where they play for pay. But minus football, it is what it is. So thank you all for watching right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel on this Football Sunday, November the 27th, 2022. The end of a long Thanksgiving weekend. Well, back to work for you motherfuckers tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow too, so what are you gonna do? Gonna make the money you wish you had. So as we roll on into the holiday season, we're just about 27 days away from Christmas Eve, and, well, 28 days now from Christmas, so about 4 weeks away, a month away from Christmas, and 34 days away from the end of the year. So we are counting down those fucking days to the greatest day in the world, which you know that is, and the eventual end of 2022 and the start of 2023. So we're getting there. We're just got a little bit of ways to go. That's all I gotta say about that. But make each day count. And that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you all for watching right here on the channel. My name is Peter Gilmore. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a great Sunday. I had a up and down Sunday. I didn't really wake up until like 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock today because last night I went to sleep. I was gonna do this actual video last night. I was gonna go live last night. I had the stream all set up, but I was really tired when I got home from New York City last night watching the Survivor Series, Wargames, and I was all ready to go. And I was like, you know what? I'm like really tired, and I didn't want to like doze off or anything. And just like, you know. So I did that. I did all that, and I decided to do the stream tonight because I wanted to do it after the Niners game, and that's it. So that's why I'm doing it now. So I apologize for not doing it last night, but I'm doing it right now. So I hope you had a great Sunday. Like I said, I woke up at 2 o'clock because I went to sleep at 1, got up at like 4:30. To piss, and then I stayed up for a little bit, went back to sleep, then got up at like 7:30, and I had a humongous tummy cramp that kept me up for like another hour. Ugh. Finally got back to sleep around 8, was done till about 2 o'clock, and I was like, oh shit, the Jet game's on. So I got up, watched some football. The Jets won, but they played the Bears. The Bears are garbage. You know, Mike White, who is this guy? You Jet quarterback, thinks he's fucking Joe Namath. Joe Willie Namath, by the way. A freaking team wins. Whoop de goddamn do. 7-4. Right now they'll be the 7th seed in the playoffs. But they got a hard road to go. They got the fight Queers next week. In Minnesota. They're not going to win next week. There's no way to win next week. Then they got the Dolphins after that. That's a loss. I guess who the Dolphins played next week? In Santa Clara, motherfuckers. I don't care if you won 4 or 5 in a row. We've won 4 fucking games in a row, baby. So, Tua, I know you're a great player and everything coming off that scary freaking concussions, but you're running into a defense that's like a beast right now. You better pray we don't kick your ass and put you in the turf for good. And I know my good buddy Alejandro Katza is watching. Well, will watch or may watch. I don't know. He's a big-time Dolphins fan, but dude, next week your team is getting put in the turf. I will just say that. The Dolphins are fucking done next week. But it is what it is. Dolphins, they won. They had an easy game today. They beat the fucking Houston Texans, who are going to get the number 1 pick in the draft. Who fucking cares? Who cares? Who fucking cares about Houston? But it is what it is. I mean, at least they're not the Buccaneers. How can you lose to the fucking Browns, dude? That's why NFC South is a garbage division right now. The Falcons won, but we fucking whooped the Falcons. Actually, they lost. I should take that back. The Falcons lost. Only one. Who cares about the Falcons? They're like a half game back of the Buccaneers. Buccaneers got the 4 seed right now. The Niners had the 3 seed. By the way, the Niners are in first place by a game. Thank you, Las Vegas. Thank you. You gave me extra half the fucking time. But thank you for a nice, cold, hard $250. Love it. Thank you. That's why you picked the upset. You pick the upset. Doesn't matter what the spread is and what the score is. You pick the upset, you're guaranteed to win. Not guaranteed, but you get the win. It's always good. But I'm happy about that. Ka-ching! But I digress on that. But I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Niners win again, 13-0 over the Aints. 4 in a row. Wasn't pretty. Not a great game from, well, Jimmy G, he's starting to act like Jimmy G from like 2 years ago, Jimmy G, even last year, Jimmy G. But can you make it count if we get to the Super Bowl, please? That's all I want. But, we got to go through Minnesota, and we got to go through those pedophile Eagles. We're about to play in a little bit against the Packers and Fudges. Can you make me more happy tonight, Packer fans? I hope so, but we will have to see what happens with that. But hopefully, Fudges gives me a discount double check and gives me a win in my fantasy league over the fucking pedophile Eagles. But let's see what happens with that. That's all I gotta say. So we will move on from there. All right. If you can ankle hurts. And that's all I got to say about it. All right. We'll move on from there. But Niners win 13-0. Wasn't pretty, but we're still in first place by a game over the Seahawks. That's good. It's good. Next week, gonna be tough against those Dolphins, but we'll see what happens with that. Let's move on. All right, about football. Let's talk about some wrestling. That's an actual sport. Not sports entertainment. It's a sport. It's a sport. If you think it's sports entertainment, you can go to hell. And it is what it is. If you don't believe me, I proved that wrestling is a sport on TGC 190 way back when. Just go on my Shadows channel. Just go to my live section. It's on TGC 190. I said 193, but it's 190. I had to recheck it. But wrestling is a sport, and I proved that with a receipt. Something some of you can't do, but I digress. All right, so on this Sunday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date Survivor Series Wargames review. All right, Survivor Series last night from the TD Bank Arena in Boston, Massachusetts. Excuse me. Pretty decent show. Some interesting stuff happened, especially with the Bloodline and Sami and Roman. But it is what it is. I thought it was a pretty decent show, but there's a couple things I didn't like. But let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. I don't want to make this too long, because I want to watch the football game when I have my sensible dinner and go to sleep. That's pretty much it. All right. So we're going to start off with our commentary team of Kevin Patrick Love, Mitchell Cole, Corey Slave, and Bad News Wade Barrett. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. That's pretty much it. All right, so we begin with a epic fucking opening with Ozzy and Pigs, the official theme song for Wargames, and Ozzy's freaking singing the song. It's freaking so good. You know, he was lip syncing. So amazing to see Ozzy there. Because, you know, he's a Hall of Famer. Not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Shame. He is in the Hall of Fame twice. But he is a WWE Hall of Famer, if you didn't know that by now. That man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame next to Lemmy. Just saying. Alice Cooper, too. You know, he didn't sing at WrestleMania. He was at WrestleMania 3. But just saying. But yeah, Ozzy starts off with a basic 5-minute video with Ozzy. And I was like, welcome to Wargames. I'm Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Bloody Darkness. You fucking wanker. I mean, it fits. I mean, come on. It would have been really nice if he was actually there, but then again, I mean, you would have to put him like, set up a stage, like a stage on the side somewhere, because you can't do it in the ring, because you know how his back is, so I don't know how that would have worked with Zach. Well, I don't know if they would have got Zach Wild. Probably would have got Zach there and the band and everything. That would have been really nice, but you know, great to see Ozzy anyway. So that starts the show, and we get the pyro and all that shit. We are live from the arena in Boston, and we start off with match number 1, the Women's Wargames match, where we had Team Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. That's actually her hair. She's Bianca Belair, who brings her team of Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, who really didn't want to be there. Minchin Mia Yim, where it should be just Mia Yim. We had the lovely Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka, but you know it's my dick. That's always ready for Asuka and Io. But I digress. And also the return of the man, Becky Lynch, as they take on Team Damage Control of Bayley. Don't give me a hug. Dakota Kai and my third wife, Io Shirai, or Io Sky, the women's tag team champion, Crazy Nikki Cross, and my Rhea Ripley. Looking amazing as always. So, I believe, who had the advantage in this match? Damage Control had the advantage, because they won on Raw. I'm not going to go through the rules. I think you all know what the rules are. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so we have the double ring, double cage, without the top. And this match was sloppy. Good, but sloppy at times. But anyway, it's also with Bianca and Dakota Kai. I don't know why Bianca was starting this match, but they were saying that, oh, Bianca has experience. Well, yeah, kind of, yeah, in NXT, the women's NXT matches, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, they start off, Bianca throws Dakota around like a rag doll. And every time the Kai's in this match, he does amazing shit. Same with Io. I'll get to Io. And then she's beating up Dakota Kai for a little bit, but a neck snap gives Dakota a breather, but Bianca drags her into the other ring to take over. Dakota gets in a few kicks to stagger the champ. They head back into the original ring, which I think was the second ring. It doesn't matter. Whatever ring it is. Then we get the scorpion kick. Locks Bianca, but she stumps Dakota off, basically without any trouble. Dakota Kai is the first one to go into the cage a couple of times. No blood, as always. Because Hunter didn't want to do that. do some good things. You take over for Vince. Everybody's thinking, oh, TV-14's coming back, right? And Hunter's like, no, I don't want no blood. I think I like PG. Fuck you, Hunter. But you actually did one good thing for me, Hunter, and that's give Issa her 15 minutes of fame. That was always nice, On the pre-show, the press conference, every motherfucker there was a guy, and Issa's the only chick there. Looking amazing as always, and all these guys are asking really questions, and Issa's just standing there like, sitting there, looking pretty, hand up all the time. And it looked like the press conference is about to end, and they're talking to Paul Levesque, Triple H, and Triple H, being the great man that he is, says, no, we're not going to end the press conference. This lovely lady was sitting here the whole time, raising her hand, and you motherfucker, Byron Saxton, you fucking asshole, taking all these questions from all these fucking mark journalists, like Fightful Select and others, Bleacher Report. But Issa's just sitting there looking pretty, and Triple H noticed her hand is up the whole time. She didn't get her fucking question asked. She finally gets the ask right near the end. She asked an amazing question about the WWE possibly going global for their pay-per-views. And Paul Levesque, being the professional that he is, answered Issa's question very nicely and said that, and he made Issa very happy because he said that Puerto Rico could be getting a pay-per-view. Oh, I'd love to see a Puerto Rican pay-per-view or a pay-per-view in Puerto Rico because there's no time difference. Well, there is a time difference, but still, I'd love to see that. But my God, thank you, Paul Levesque. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you for giving my Puerto Rican princess her fucking time. Thank you. Now, if you can get me and her a job, that'd be really nice, too. That'd be my Christmas present. But I digress on that. No, all you gotta do, Hunter, is, you hit me up in my DMs on Twitter, you or Stephanie. Hi, Steph. I'll sweep the ring. I don't care. I'll set up the fucking ring. Just get me in that door. I'll do whatever the fuck you want. I'll stay away from Stephanie. Hi, Steph. But, I'll set up the ring. I'll do commentary. Even better than Michael Cole. Or Ken Patrick. Just put me on Raw. I have to sit next to Corey Graves and, hear him, think he's great on, think he's great on commentary and then tell me things about metal. I'm like, I know! Like, you're sitting next to a metal god that's been a DJ for 20-some-odd years. I'm like, come on, Corey. When you just go on your Twitter and talk to your fucking wife, Carmella, like, how you doing? How's your boobs doing? Want to see my dick? Like, come on. I don't want to sit next to him. Just don't put me on main event with Byron. Oh, you goddamn, I have to sit next to Byron Saxton. God forbid that ever happened. I had to sit next to Byron. You suck, Byron Saxton. God damn. I don't want to sit next to him. I sit next to Wade Barrett. Or, I have to if I do NXT, I put up with freaking Vic Joseph, but I'd be happy to sit next to Booker T, sucker. Booker T, sucker! Let's talk about his six time championships. But damn it, Hunter, Stephanie, slide in my DMs and give me a job, goddammit. Same thing to you, Tony Khan, man. It is what it is. Get those idiots on commentary off, especially Taz. But yeah, if I sit next to Jim Ross, a legend, and then another legend, and Tony Baloney Schiavone, I promise you I would make that commentary team more legendary than it already is, except for Taz. Get him out. You might be a Met fan there, Taz. You get like 5 bonus points with me, but still, your commentary is boring. But it is what it is. I'll sit next to Excalibur too, but just don't put me near Ian Rick boring. Or he's like, oh. I tune out. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so where was I? All right. So Dakota gets thrown into the cage a few times, and then including a toss powerbomb into the cage. Ow! And then the timer goes down, so 5-minute intervals. And then the clock goes down. Then the next member of Damage Control comes out, and it's EO! Looking hot. God damn it. EO comes out looking, because she's a master of the sky, master of the fucking Wargames match. She comes in for the advantage. Bianca gets a shot in, but they double team her, which allows the women's tag team champs to really do damage on Bianca for 5 goddamn minutes. EO hits some knees in the corner. A double suplex by Bianca gets her out of trouble for a second. But a springboard missile dropkick puts her right down. And then Asuka comes in to tie it up. And we go right to Asuka and Dakota Kai. And then Asuka and EO go at him. Like, why? Watching the game, I'm sorry. But anyway, move on. So Asuka gets the better of that. Bianca gets back up to make things even for a little bit. Asuka drop kicks, takes Dakota Kai down until Nikki Cross comes in for the advantage for the team damage control. Then Nikki spends about a minute throwing in a whole ton of weapons except for the kitchen goddamn sink. Slams the door on Asuka's head. Ow! Before getting in. And then there's, a beatdown. Nikki's just going crazy, throwing her jacket on Asuka and Bianca. Starts choking Bianca with a kendo stick. And then Alexa Bliss comes in. After that, she starts cleaning house a little bit until the women's tag team champions get back up. They get some sticks, bash the crap out of Alexa Bliss, who shouldn't have even been in this match. Should have been Candice LeRae, just my opinion. Anyway, Nikki uses that distraction, goes up top, starts laughing like, oh, look at me, I'm on top. Oh, look what I'm gonna do. Look at me. Then finally, when everybody's like, oh, look, she's up there. Then she dives onto everybody. Thankfully, everybody was standing instead of, being on the ground. Because that would have been really bad. We get a group knockdown with a big spot. All right, then Bayley comes in, making it 4-on-3. She brings in a couple of ladders. Because why does Wargames have to be with ladders? Don't know. I don't know. It's like the Triple Cage Tower of Doom. But I digress. Anyway, Bayley gets in, finally. Gets inventive and smart. She pins Bianca between the rings with a table holding her in place. Nice. Then we get some more ladder shots coming from Damage Control. Mia Yim then comes in, starts cleaning house. She frees Bianca from, basically being freaking locked in the middle of the cage. They get a whole bunch of weapon shots by her until Dakota Kai drops her, and then everybody's down inside the ring. And then you see Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was like, she's in the cage, and then we see Becky in the other cage because they were the last people to come in. Rhea's doing pull-ups on the freaking cage, top of the cage. That was kind of funny. But anyway, Rhea Ripley comes in to complete team damage control, beats the crap out of everybody. Then we have Mia Yim left alone in one of the rings for some odd reason. Then she dives between the rings That was kind of cool. Dakota Kai gets a Christian lid in her head. Ow. All right, then the timer clocks down. The man, Becky Lynch, comes in, and now the official War Games match can begin. And the traditional War Games rules: pinfall, submission, or surrender, which is basically the same thing as submission. So anyway, Becky comes in, cleans house. Dakota Kai gets face first into the ladder, then the garbage can. Ouch! Which leaves Becky to go in the other ring for a big-time showdown with Bayley. I bet you that's going to be the first feud for Becky. After Survivor Series, that's probably the first feud that is going to happen before she makes her ascent back to the one of the women's championships. Probably be I would think she's going to go to SmackDown eventually to go after Ronda. I'll get to in a little bit, but so we get that. And then Rhea Ripley gets back up, stares Becky down for another epic stare down. I like to see that match too. Then we get a quick riptide on Becky as Asuka makes the save. And everybody starts pairing off with people. And then Rhea Ripley and Becky go at it. Rhea tries for a move and gets blue-green mist right in her face, or as Corey Graves called it, the poison mist. It's just fucking Kool-Aid! Anyway, there was a digital exclusive with Rhea, trying to get the mist out of her face, like, it fucking stings! Putting water in her face. I'm like, get away from me! I'm like, Rhea, it's just fucking Kool-Aid! Stop it! Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? It's not like the Great Buddhist mist, which was actually mist. Especially the different color mists he used to have. The traditional green mist, and he had red mist. Then he had black mist, and I think the black mist or the red mist was the worst one. Because that really blinded you, or some shit like that. Legendary Mucha. Anyway, so Asuka sprays the bluish green mist in Rhea's face, and then Becky hits a big time DDT on her, spiking her in the ground. And then Bayley decks Asuka and Becky before delivering the rose plant on Becky in between the cage. Woo. And then Asuka and Io go up top to get caught by a trash can shot to the back. Looked like they were about to do a superior Tower of Doom spot. But there was like too many people on the top of the freaking ring and the cage and everything. And people like all ready to see this epic spot that happen, but then it just like dissolves into really nothing. As Nikki Cross started throwing people off, and people started getting pissed. Anyway, Bianca gives Bayley a really nasty powerbomb, almost landed on her goddamn neck. Oof. But thankfully, Bayley survived and kept going in the match. And then while that was going on, Io climbs the cage, gets on top of the cage, and you know what she does on top of the cage? Besides, look good. She does her patented moonsault off the top of the cage onto Mia Yim and Bianca. And Bianca came up really bad, holding her leg. And people were saying that she might have broke her ankle. I mean, they didn't really show it on the press conference, but looked really nasty on a second look. Oof. But Io hitting that, so good. She is the genius of the sky. And one nice hot piece of ash. It is what it is. So Nikki goes up next. She whips out some handcuffs and ties herself to Alexa. I thought that she was going to tie Alexa to the cage or something like that. I don't know what happened there. They go to the corner. They knock each other down until Mia Yim is driven through a ladder in the corner. Ow. All right, after that, then we get a Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair versus Damage Control stare down, which was epic. And Becky and Bianca get the better of that. Io and Dakota are loaded onto a table in the second ring as Bayley gets hit the KOD into the cage. Ouch. So that leaves Becky to go up top. I don't think it was up. No, it was up top on the turnbuckle. Then she delivers a leg drop. Oh, it was off the top. I'm sorry. Off the top of the cage to the table on Dakota Kai and Io. And Becky gets the win over Dakota Kai. And Team Bianca wins Wargames. It is what it is. I wanted Team Damage Control to win because I was thinking there would be a turn from Alexa Bliss. Not yet. But, I mean, she has no fucking direction. I would have been really happy if Alexa Bliss just, like, turned on everybody and, like, went psychotic, like, evil Miss Bliss psychotic. But she just felt really out of place. It really didn't do much in the match. I think eventually the eventual heel turn of Miss Bliss back to Miss Bliss, evil Miss Bliss, Sister Abigail, like Miss Bliss with Lily and everything, that should come back. So I wanted the goddess to come back so bad, but now, like, you brought her back and now she's kind of like in between. It's a great song, by the way. But now, what are you doing? What are you doing, Hunter? Turn it back. That's all I gotta say. All right, so pretty decent match. What it was, even though it was a lot of sloppy spots, but I still gave the match 3.5 out of 5 stars. So Team Bianca gets the win, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. With what happens after that. With Bianca and what's next for Bianca, I have no idea. And probably see Becky and Bayley go at it, because I think that'll be a feud to see. I don't know what's going to happen with Io and Dakota Kai with the women's tag team champions. Basically, there's no tag teams. There is none. Ripley's already in her own thing with Judgment Day. Probably do something with Mia Yim, I think. But it was nice to see her with Becky. And maybe we'll see Becky versus... Not Becky, sorry. Rhea Ripley versus Bianca at WrestleMania for the belt. We'll see when we get there. Alright, we get that. Alright, then we start the epic fucking segments with Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, the Wise Man, Paul, my name is Paul Heyman, and Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. We must acknowledge the chief. Alright, so we start off with a look back at Sami basically lying to Jey Uso's face on SmackDown Friday night when he was talking to Kevin Owens. And Kevin's like, oh, you should turn on them before they turn on you. And then Jay's like, did you talk to anybody here? No, I just got here. Okay, go inside. So I was just waiting. I was waiting for these segments to come out and what Roman was going to say to Sami. Well, Sami got some explaining to do. Lucy. But anyway. So Jey Uso comes in. Roman's like, pensive. He's all like getting ready. They're all in their red freaking wheel the one shirt. I don't know why they were wearing red. I guess for bloodline reasons. Blood's red. Anyway, so Jey comes in, wants to know what Roman's going to do about the Sami Zayn situation. So Roman's like, I'll handle it. I'm the tribal chief. This is my family. This is my bloodline. I'm going to handle Sami. And Paul's just with both freaking titles, just like standing there looking like, you will handle it, sir. And he says he'll handle it, and the bloodline will win the match. Okay? So Jay's like, okay, I'll see you out there. I'm out. And so after a long stare, I guess to somewhere, he says, Wise man, just my tribal chief. Get me Sami now. So Heyman's on his phone. He's like, call Sami Zayn. Got my speed dial. But I digress on that. So we'll see what happens. But the storytelling last night, this whole thing, great. I love this storyline. I love it. The Bloodline storyline from 2 years ago up to now and what's going to come, all the way up to WrestleMania and maybe beyond. It is just amazing shit. Great storytelling, great passion, great emotion. You don't know what's coming next. The greatest thing since sliced bread. The best thing in wrestling right now. Way better than the whole Kenny and the Bucks situation with that idiot CM Punk. You want a story of 2022? You talk about the Bloodline. That's the best thing going in wrestling in 2022 and possibly going into 2023. But it'll probably be the end of the Bloodline, you know, at WrestleMania, most likely. Was that talking about Kevin and Sami reuniting as Generico to go after the Usos and the Undisputed Tag Team belts at WrestleMania. So that might be the end of the entire Bloodline storyline, which will suck, but because Roman is slated right now to face Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. Did you see that 2 years ago? Well, a year ago? A year or two? Yeah, probably. Yeah, a year ago. It was during the pandemic era. It was going to be 2 years ago. When you get to the Royal Rumble, it would be 2 years ago. But we saw that last year. And Roman stacked, smashed, pinned my boy Kevin Owens. He's going to do it again. Probably may defend the belt at the Elimination Chamber against who? I don't know. Maybe Sami, but people are saying Sami Zayn should be the one to defeat Roman because he's so red hot right now. I'm like, yeah, right. Sami Zayn being the one to defeat Roman. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll believe that when I see it. It's going to be Cody Rhodes or Bray Wyatt. I'll tell you that right now. Unless it's somebody else that we never saw coming. People thinking Austin Theory. Shut the fuck up, Austin Theory. Fuck him. I'll get to that motherfucker in a minute because I'm going to go on a humongous rant. Please grab your popcorn. All right, so we got that. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, so I gave that Jey Uso Roman segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. We'll get that. All right, then we get a recap of the AJ Styles Finn Balor situation. As we finally get we get another one-on-one match. This is their second one-on-one match in the last couple of years. Both men, you know, coming off being in respective factions. AJ with the OC, Balor with the Judgment Day. So we get that. So good stuff. We saw that. All right, so we get to match number 2. Finn Balor taking on the phenomenal, the man with great hair, AJ Styles, who came out with Gallows and Anderson, who are at ringside. Balor comes out with a creepy-looking mask, looking like Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe. Cobra! Look like evil Cobra Commander, like the black version. Well, if you watch the original 80s version, you know, Cobra Commander came out in blue. But like evil silver Cobra Commander. Just one of these weird masks that he gets. Where does he get this from? Probably Japan. But anyway, Dominic Guerrero and Damian Priest were at ringside because Rhea was already in her match, so she's not going to come out because she's like hurt and everything. But anyway, this was a pretty good match for what it was. We get a feeling out process, not like that. To start, Balor drives AJ into the corner, and we get a clean break. You know, usually get those. Usually when the guy goes in the corner, the referee's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they go back to him, I got 5! I got 5! But we get a clean break because both men respect each other outside the ring. Just one inside and outside the ring. Anyway, AJ runs him over with a shoulder block and some right hands. Balor rolls through into a basement drop kick to take over. Then we get a abdominal stretch of all moves in 1905. But I'd love to see it now. Really? A freaking abdominal stretch is going to win a match. What year would that be, Corey Graves? Probably when we're all dead. Shut up. Anyway, AJ hip tosses him out of the move. Gets a basement forearm for a near fall. Goes for the Styles Clash, gets blocked. As Balor sends him to the apron. Only to have his knee get snapped across the rope. Ow! And then Dominic and Damian Priest over the distraction so AJ can be sent onto the apron. Ow. And then a humongous brawl happens on the outside. We all knew that was going to happen. All of them get sent into the crowd. And then they get out of here. Balor hits a sling blade, but charges into a jumping Insigiri by AJ. But Balor kicks him back down. But AJ starts, hook it up, brother. Get the pythons running, brother. The steroids are going crazy, brother, in my body, brother. 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 So anyway, he starts hulking up. Then another knockdown gives Balor a near fall. And then he's got massive welts on his back. Jeez. Balor tries for his own version of the Styles Clash. AJ's blocked it. It starts a big exchange of Pele kicks, or a double down, which is nice. Then gets some knees to the ribs by Balor, gives him a near fall. Then he fireman's carry backbreaker. Not the kind of look like the Ushigoroshi, but gets a near fall out of that. He goes for 1916 and gets countered. AJ hits a moonsault. Then AJ hits Nightmare on Helm Street for a little bit of a change of pace. He goes for the 450. He missed. That's AJ. Balor hits the shotgun dropkick in the corner, which puts him in the drop zone. He goes up top, looking for the coup de grace, and missed. And Balor bangs up his knee. Maybe you should think of another move to do there, dude. So AJ grabs the calf crusher and looked like he was about to really beat Balor, but Balor rams AJ's head into the mat, causing the break. That's inventive. Balor then sends AJ to the apron, gets caught with an enziguri. AJ was in between the rings, by the way. So he hits him with an enziguri. Then he hits the phenomenal forearm and connects. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles picks up the win in 18 and a half minutes. Well, almost 18 and a half. But very good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. AJ gets his first win since 2020 at a pay-per-view. Wow. But we get that. By the way, the time of the women's Wargames match was... Where is it? Gotta go through my notes again. It was 37 minutes. Damn it, I can't find it. 39 and a half minutes. So officially, I mean, the whole match itself went almost an hour. But there you go. All right, so we'll get that. All right, so AJ wins, and we'll see what happens with him and the Judgment Day tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. All right, the Eagles just scored again over the Packers. So now it's about to be 14-0 in the first 4.5 minutes. Well, actually 5.5 minutes. 14-0 already. The Eagles over the Packers. Damn it! Oh, well. Packers stink this year. I just wanted them to win for seeding's sake. You know. Not that the Niners are going to get the number 1 seed. I mean, they could if they run the table. I mean, they got 6 games left. But some of them are pretty tough. But, you know, the Eagles at 9-1. Fight Queers at 9-2. So one of them are going to be the 1 and 2 seed to get home field advantage for the entire playoffs. The Niners hopefully will can continue to win, get that 3 seed, they get the home game for the wild card round. I don't know about the NFC division round, depending who they play, obviously. But we'll see when we get there. We got 6 weeks left. We're not going to talk about the playoffs for a little bit. All right, so fuck you, Rex! Your discount double check ain't helping me right now. Fuck you, motherfucker. Let me move on. All right, then we get a recap of the Ronda Rousey-Shotzi Blackheart feud for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And we have Shayna Baszler involved, the Killers team. We saw what Ronda and Shayna did to Raquel Rodriguez on SmackDown, basically fucking her up, dislocating her elbow, broken arm. She's out 4 to 6 weeks. Big deal. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so match number 3, Ronda versus Shotzi. This match was boring. Boring as fuck. They start off fast with an ankle lock, put Shotzi already in trouble. Like 20 seconds in, I was like, damn, you're gonna win in 20 seconds. This match is gonna suck even more. Shotzi reverses, sending Ronda to the outside, where a suicide dive takes out Shayna Baszler instead. They get back in. Ronda reverses a high crossbody into a kind of like a belly-to-belly takeover, something like that. Then she tries again for the ankle lock and goes on, but Shotzi escapes again. Well, that doesn't really work, as Ronda starts hammering away against the ropes. They go to the apron, crash out to the floor. Shotzi hits one heck of a dive off the barricade onto Shayna and Ronda, taking out fans in the front row. I don't know if they were actual fans or plants, enhancement talent, something like that. But, Hunter, pay me $500. I'll take a freaking chair shot, or have like Oscar or Io in my lap. I'm like, pfft. Thank you for the $500 and Oscar and Io in my lap for real. Anyway, so they hit that. They go back in, even though they almost got counted out. They go back in. Ronda grabs an ankle lock for the 3rd time after a super Piper's Pit, then Piper's Pit itself. Then she goes to the ankle lock, locks it in, transitions into the armbar, and Shotzi tapped out immediately. So Ronda retains the title in a pretty easy match for her. 7-minute suck fest. And I gave this match 2.5 out of 5 stars. But really, Hunter, can you please give Ronda some competition? Why do we have freaking Shotzi Blackheart going after her? Why couldn't we get, Raquel Rodriguez or... I mean, we saw Ronda and Liv 3 times, man. Could have gone one more time. But, make it a fight pit match. But, I don't know. I mean, who's next for Ronda, really? There's nobody left, really. Unless they bring Sasha Banks back. No. But she wasn't there last night. She didn't come. She wasn't there. There's a snafu. There's money troubles happening. That's why the deal where her coming back to the WWE is kind of in limbo right now because of money problems. And, Tony Khan is like, I got all the money in the world here, Mercedes Fernando. Come on. So what's going to happen with Mercedes Fernando, Sasha Banks, whatever the fuck you want to call her? Where did she go? She's probably going back to the WWE, but for how much money? Does Tony Khan just swoop in and steal her away? Got 5 weeks. We'll see. We shall see. But I mean, it was not Sasha Banks. It has to be Charlotte Flair, unless Charlotte's going to Raw to face Bianca. But then, I'm thinking still it's going to be either Becky Lynch and Ronda at WrestleMania or Ronda and Shayna Baszler. Who's left? On both brands, the women's division is right now. Who's next for Bianca? I don't know. Who's next for Ronda? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that. So 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Garbage fest. All right, then the segment of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Sami Zayn comes into Roman's the Bloodline locker room. Roman's waiting for him. The wise man, Paul Heyman's like standing there, really with a mean from fuck you, Sami. Roman tells Sami to sit down. And ask Sami, did you talk to Kevin Owens last night? Oh well, Friday night. And Sami's like, okay, I did. I talked to Kevin, and so Roman looked like he was ready to fucking beat the fuck out of this guy. So Roman's like flat out, Sami, why did you lie to Jey Uso? Why did you lie? Why? Sami says, I didn't want to put anything on his plate. He had a big match for the advantage and everything. He didn't want to put too much in Jay's head and on his plate before that match. And basically, Owens was just talking. I was just listening. I was just trying to get out of the situation, blah, blah, blah. And Roman's like, well, what did he say? So Sami's like, well, Kevin said that I should turn on the Bloodline before you guys turn on me. So Roman kind of chuckles. It's like, oh, that's your friend, right? That's your friend? So Roman says, this is my blood. This is my family. And bowled out said, Sami, are you with us or are you against us? So Sami, emotional, about to cry like a little bitch. He's like, Roman, I'm with the Bloodline. And that's it. It's like, thank you for bringing me into the Bloodline. I'm loyal to the Bloodline. I will stay with the Bloodline. So Roman just stares at him for a while. I'm like, oh boy. What are you going to do? We're waiting. What happened? I'm like, getting excited. And so he stares at him for like 5 minutes at least. Then they both stand. Well, actually, Roman stands. And he tells Sami, get up. So Sami knows that something bad is going to happen. He's going to get fired or he's like, you're out of the Bloodline. Or Roman's going to like forgive him. So Roman's like, okay, Sami, let's do this. So Roman's like, bring it in, man. So they hug. And Sami's like crying like a bitch, and Paul Heyman's like, gives one of these weird faces, and then we see like get a close up of Roman, and Roman's like, I don't know, I should trust this guy. The plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen. So I gave that 4.5 out of 5 stars. Amazing. So just makes you think that Sami cannot be trusted, or is Roman gonna turn on Sami? See. So we got that. All right, then we go to match number 4 for the United States title. We got Bobby Lashley. We got Austin Theory and the United States champion himself, Seth freaking Rollins. Match itself wasn't bad, but the ending. Grab your popcorn. All right, so Rollins is defending. Lashley sends Theory to the outside. Then we got a neck breaker, drops Seth. And Bobby tries with a hurt lock, but it's too early to get it on. Theory pulls Seth outside, sends him into the barricade, which allows him to beat the fuck out of Lashley on the inside of the ring. Lashley just basically shrugs that off, sends Theory to the outside again. It's like, I don't want you to get out of here, you gnat. But Theory grabs a chair. There's no disqualification in the triple threat. Lashley takes it away. Rollins comes back with a knee off the apron, drops Lashley, then a toss into the steps. Theory is back up with the steps to both of their faces. Then he sends Rollins back inside. Then they get the rolling drop kick on Seth. Theory then sends Lashley into the barricade for an extra bonus. Then they go back in. Rollins slugs away at Theory, followed by a suicide dive to Lashley on the outside. That was pretty damn nice. A big running flip dive by Seth drops both of them. The fans are getting really red. They're like, yes, Seth, do it, come on! So anyway, they go back in. Rollins goes for the stomp and miss, which allowed Lashley to hit a spine buster. Goes for the hurt lock and goes on, but Theory grabs a 1905 sleeper on Lashley, and I don't know how that would have worked if both men would have either fainted or whatever. I think Theory would have won anyway. I don't know. Anyway, Rollins knocks Theory down, goes for the Phoenix Splash and missed, but Theory grabs a rolling blockbuster, which kind of looked like he was about to hit the Gilmore Cutter. I don't know, Bobby must have mistakenly thought it was the Gilmore Cutter. Then he fell back. We got that. But Lashley goes right back with the hurt lock. Theory walks the ropes, tries to do a WrestleMania 8 Bret Hart Rowdy Piper finish, but only gets a near fall out of that, as Rollins hits a big-time Eddie Guerrero ese Latino heat frog splash. He just doesn't do it better than me yesterday. I know. Doesn't do better than you. All right. Calm down. But why does he do it ese? Well, don't ask me. Ask him. Anyway, so Rollins makes a save with the splash. Then he hits the discus forearm on Theory. Lashley puts both of them in the hurt lock. That was crazy. But that didn't last long. Rollins breaks it up. Then he hits a step-up stomp on Lashley. Like he stepped on Theory's back and then hit the stomp on Lashley. That was crazy. Then Theory goes up top. Seth catches him up top. Goes for the Paradox. The Superplex into the Falcon Arrow. He hits the Superplex, goes for the Falcon Arrow, but Lashley hits the Spear. And then Seth kind of fell, and it's like almost like brain buster on Theory, and he just like puts his arm around Seth. 1, 2, 3. God fucking damn it! Theory wins the United States title for the second time. I have to do it. I'm sorry. I don't have the Book of Doom, but I have the Pad of Doom. So get ready. Why? Why, Hunter? Why? Why do you give Theory the Money in the Bank briefcase and he tries to cash in on 2 open challenges? Then we had that thing, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago, where he tries to cash in and lost. And everybody was like, fuck you, Hunter, why did you do this? Bad business decision. Right? But I guess Hunter's like, all right, you see what I did? I was playing the field. I was keeping you guessing. Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, this was part of my plan. But why? Why Austin fucking Theory? He's not championship material. World championship material at that. All he is good for is the United States title. He's not going to win the world title in like 3 to 5, 6 years. He's going to be multiple-time United States champion, or if he goes to SmackDown, Intercontinental champion. He's a mid-carder at best. He used to be Evolved champion. Go figure that one out. But I didn't like this decision to give him the belt after making him lose the fucking Money in the Bank briefcase. I mean, I don't get it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But Austin Theory wins the title for the second time. Match itself is all right. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. But a lot of people in the audience were like, what the fuck? It's just Hunter's fucking game. No pun intended. This is his plan for Theory all along. I don't like it. I don't. Let me move on. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about Theory all the fucking day. Well, the Packers scored, thank God. It's 13-7. 5 queers. And the Packers just stopped the Eagles on 4th and inches. So about to get the ball back. But it is what it is. All right, we move on. All right, then before we get to the main event of the evening, we have Jey Uso again asking Roman if Sami lied to him too. So Roman's like, I looked Sami right in his eyes and saw everything I needed to see. So Jay's like, okay, let's go to the ring and kick some ass. All right. So Jay's still, he's still kind of like, I don't know. Sami can't be trusted, Tribal Chief. I've been with you since day one. Day one-ish. We get that. All right. I should give that 3 out of 5 stars. Then your main event, the men's Wargames match. We had Team Brawling Brutes of Drew McIntyre and KO, Kevin Owens, along with the Brawling Brutes of Sheamus, Fella, Ridge Holland, and our good friend, yours and mine, Butch. They take on the Bloodline, led by our Tribal Chief, Mr. Cockfist himself, Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, well, the undisputed unified champion, along with the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, Solo Sikoa, the Enforcer, and Sami Zayn. All right, same rules as the men. The Brawling Brutes got the advantage, so we get that. So it's also with Jay Uso and Butch to start. Jay goes right after him, gets dropped with a clothesline. Butch goes right after the fingers. So basically, Butch is beating down Jay. And then Ridge Holland comes in, it's 2-on-1 on Jay. Jay tries his best to, get out of everything. But eventually, Sami Zayn... Actually, it was supposed to be Jimmy to come out next, but Roman's like, no, Sami, you go out there. Sami's like, what? Okay. So Sami goes in, making it a 2-on-2. And he takes a sweet ass time getting in the ring. Basically, was 5 minute intervals, and he's out outside the ring for like a minute. So we got 4 minutes left before the next person on Team Brawling Brutes comes out. Okay. Then he finally gets in the ring. Butch gets dropped in the corner. Roman is really pleased that Jay and Sami are kind of working together, which is nice. We saw at one point, I think it was Ridge Holland was trying for a splash on the cage on the Jay, and Sami just yanked Jay right out of the way. Then he looked Jay in the eyes I did that for you, Jay. I did it for you. So I'm loyal. And then Jay and Sami just start yelling at each other for some odd reason. And Sami's like, come, take it easy, tranquilo, take it easy, take it easy. Because Jay's a hothead, we all know that. Anyway, so we get a delay. And then Drew McIntyre comes out, cleans house, even though he was very slow. Looked like it was in slow motion for a little bit. We got an overhead belly-to-belly on Sami. Crazy. We got a sit-up choke throw. Sends Jay flying all around the ring. His Future Shock DDT on Sami. And then Jimmy Uso comes in to even it up. Keep going back and forth a little bit. The Bloodline's beating down everybody. Kevin Owens comes out next in a very nice Dusty Rhodes American Dream, baby. Make it, baby. Shirt to even it up at 4-piece. Owens goes berserk. And then Solo Sikoa comes out next, making it a still a 4-on-4. I thought 4-on-3. I forgot. Anyway, Sikoa comes up next, cleans house. Owens tries to powerbomb Solo. I botch once in a while. Solo Sikoa between the rings. He powerbombs him between the rings. Ow! But he gets backed up onto the plate in between. Oh, that hurts. Then Solo's just basically beating the crap out of everybody. And then Sheamus Fella comes in as the last man on the Brawling Brutes team. They go for a while, and then we're just counting down the Roman. Roman finally comes out. We even the odds. They got a big, humongous stare down between the teams. And then the rest of the match lasts 28 minutes. And Roman comes in and basically does what he does. Superman punches Sheamus, who ties him up in the ropes for the 10 forearm 10 clubbing blows of doom, and everybody's doing it to the bloodline. I'm like, damn it. Crazy. Like 20, 25, 30 forearms. I'm like, god damn. Calm down. And then Sheamus hits the boog kick on Sol Sikoa, but he gets speared by Roman for a near fall. Now, why couldn't you win? Sami just starts yelling at Butch. Because I think Butch was, not getting up in time. Maybe he missed his spot. Sami then finally super kicks him. Well, actually, Butch gets super kicked by Jay. Somebody missed their spot. Not that it really mattered because Butch hits, the Usos give Butch a super 1D. Then we get a spear sending Ridge Holland through a table in the corner. But Drew comes right back on Roman. Get a powerbomb through the table. Is broken up by Solo. Who is the spinning Solo rock bottom through the table instead. And then Kevin Owens and Roman look at each other, and Kevin's like, I'm not done with you by a long shot! You lost twice. You want to really lose a third time then, Kev? Come on. Anyway, so they slug it out. Roman goes to the spear. Kevin hits a super kick. Then we get the pop-up powerbomb into a stunner, but Sami then grabs, looked like Kevin was about to win the match for his team. 1, 2, Sami gets the arm of the referee just in time to break up the pin. Heroic Sami Zayn right there. So, then Kevin and Sami stare at each other. I'm like, uh-oh. Scenerico, circa 2012, circa 2015, circa 2016. The fans are chanting for Sami Uso. So Jay Uso gets up, tries to super kick Owens when Owens wasn't looking, but Owens blocks it, which allows Sami to hit a low blow on Kevin. Oh, that's some payback for 2012 or 2016. Anyway, so he hits Owens in the nutsack. Owens goes down in like a heap. And then Sami starts looking around like, did I just do the right thing? He's kind of second guessing himself. And then Sami looks at Roman. He goes over to Roman. Roman's just like saying, "Are you okay, my trouble chief?" And Roman looks at Sami and nods his head. Sami gets like right up. He's like, "Son of a bitch! Fuck this guy for 20 years!" He backs up and he runs at Kevin, hits the hell of a kick, or the Yakuza kick. Stop showing my fucking move! Anyway, so he hits Kevin with the hell of a kick. Then, Kevin just, slouches right onto him. And Sami's, holding him up. Then he drops him on the floor into position for Jay, who goes up top. And Sami's, pointing at Kevin. Then Jay Uso goes off the top with a Superfly splash. 1, 2, 3. The Bloodline get the win in Wargames. 38.5-minute total match. Well, match itself lasted over an hour. But the Wargames match lasted 38.5 minutes. Match was great. 3.5 out of 5 stars. The fans went nuts for Sami. Roman hugged Sami after the match. Showing Sami's showing his, you can trust me there, Roman. So he hugs Sami. And then Jay Uso gets up, and I'm like, uh-oh, what's Jay gonna do? Jay just runs at Sami. Get over here, motherfucker! Ah! Fucking hugs the crap out of him, not once, but twice. The fans are going nuts. The biggest pop of the night for that. And then Sami's like, yeah! I belong in the Bloodline, motherfuckers! Yeah! And then he does that stupid thing with... that stupid handshake with Jimmy. And Solo's just standing there like he's Lady Tapa, like when she was with Gail Kim. You do good, you Japanese bitch, But I digress. But anyway, so after that, the Bloodline pose in the cage, and that ends the show. So nothing else happened. So Sami redeems himself. You son of a bitch. You are so fucking lucky. I think Sami Zayn saw Issa's video. Or like many other videos that we've done. Like, Sami, you turn on Roman, you're dead. And Sami's like, oh, I better listen to the fans and not piss off the tribal chief. So Sami, you are not Baka anymore. But I'm still watching you, dude. All eyes on you, Sami. We're watching. Just remember, the Prophecy and the Armada are watching your ass. We're watching, dude. You fuck up, you're done. That's all I have to say about that. Alright, so match, like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Great match. Well, it wasn't a great match, but still pretty damn good. Thankfully, the Bloodline won. Thankfully. But, not so... I didn't do that bad in my predictions. I got the Bloodline to win. I got Ronda to win. Lost the women's Wargames match. Lost with Seth Rollins. And I won with AJ. So, I was 2 and 3? No, wait. One with AJ, one with the Bloodline. Yeah, 2 and 3 on my predictions. Not bad. Under 500. What do you want me to do? Can't win them all. I have gone pay-per-views and went perfect. But that was a long time ago. But we move on. Alright, so that ends the Survivor Series Wargames. And now we're on the road to... Well, we're on a 2-month break before our next premium live event. Our next pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble. January the 28th from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Raw as we start the build to that. We got a long way to go before the Royal Rumble. But there might be some epic Raws and SmackDowns with epic matches coming up, even before we get to the Rumble. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. But things coming out of the Survivor Series, like I said, Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns will fight for the Undisputed title at the Rumble. So they're probably going to start that maybe tomorrow or maybe on SmackDown this Friday night, which is on FS1. So, nobody's going to watch that. So we got that. And we'll see what else happens on tomorrow night. Austin Theory's celebration or whatever's going to happen with Austin Theory and the United States title. Seth's probably going to get a rematch, obviously. See what happens. See what happens with Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch and everybody else on Team Bianca. Same thing with Team Damage Control. What's going to happen with that situation. And let's see what else happens with that. Tomorrow night on Monday night. I don't even know where Raw is tomorrow. I know Friday night is in Buffalo. Buffalo, New York, G. As Ric Flair would say. I think tomorrow is in Albany. No, not Albany. I think it is Albany or it's somewhere in the Northeast. So it is what it is. So Raw should be interesting tomorrow, and we'll get to that tomorrow night. But that's all I got to say for now. It's it's 14-13. The Packers are winning, but that idiot Jalen Hurts is about to score, so the Eagles are about to come back. It's kind of like, it looks like one's going to be one of those games, maybe. Seesaw game. Going into the second quarter. Eagles about to, at the doorstep. But, I'll say this. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, but can he actually do something? Oh, why did you stutter step, you idiot? He had the fucking end zone wide open and had one guy to beat, and he stutter stepped and he stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Dude, you're right there. What the fuck is wrong with you? You had an easy touchdown and you stepped out of bounds. Why? I don't want to get hurt. See, that was like this guy right here, Colin Kaepernick, fucking Nick. He takes no prisoners. He would have went in there. Not like Jimmy. Jimmy would have just stepped out of bounds because he's a pussy. But, I mean, come on. Jalen Hurts, come on. Dude, you're right there. You had the end zone wide open. All you had to do was kind of like either dive, and maybe you would have still got in, but you stepped out of bounds at the 2. Come on. We're at the 3. Let's see what happens. First and goal. Hurst got the ball. Stutter steps again. Packers are right there. Another stupid stutter step. But there was 3 Packers there. Come on. He had the touchdown there. They don't get fucking 7 points on this. That is just on his ass. But anyway, first quarter ended, and the Pack Queers are up 14-13 over the pedophile Eagles. And that's pretty much it for that. All right, so I'm gonna watch the rest of this game. I'm gonna have my sensible dinner, and then I just watch a movie. I don't know. There's some stuff that on Netflix I might watch. Somebody told me about a Hulu documentary called Dope Sick. Not Toxic, Dope Sick, which is about the evolution and the start of OxyContin and how everybody was, got addicted to OxyContin. It's just somebody told me it's very good, so I might actually watch it. Because some of the episodes are very good. Even Rudy Giuliani is in it. I'm like, what? How the hell did he get in there? Rudy Giuliani, of all people, Rudy. Okay, I'll watch it. Supposedly it's very good, so I'm gonna go watch that. And then after that, probably go to bed, and I gotta go to work tomorrow. Gonna make the money you wish you had. More money than you wish you had. I'm gonna put the rest of, well, actually my DraftKings stuff is already in my bank account. But it is what it is. Oh, why'd you show that? No. Not showing that shit. I'm a gambling man. When I win good. So thank you to the Las Vegas Raiders. Loved it. Thank you. More money in the pocket for Christmas. And whatever I'm going to do, what I'm going to use that for, I don't know. Probably just bills. I got a humongous lot of bills to pay. Especially this weekend coming. Got 2 big ones coming. Ready to pay off my phone. Ready to pay off the fucking rich man's dish. Went up $5. Gonna pay the, my internet fee for the year. Because I got more bills after that. The same fucking thing every goddamn year. But, every year bills go up. But what are you gonna do? You still gotta work. Whether it be a shit job or a good paying job, you gotta pay the bills somehow. And I get to do that all the time. If you people think I don't work, then how come I have internet then? Mooch off the government, right? SSDI. Prove I'm even on SSDI. I'm not on it. If I have a legit job and I showed my money, I'm not showing my paychecks or pay stubs or anything like that. I don't need to do that shit. But it is what it is. I don't work for the government. I don't need government money. I'm not on food stamps or anything. I buy my own food. Unless I feel like ordering out. But, I have to buy my Rosa buys her vegetables and buys her shit. I buy my stuff I want. Because if I want a home-cooked meal, I get a home-cooked meal. Go to the supermarket, buy some hamburgers or frankfurters or some chicken or some whatever the fuck I want. And some snacks here and there. Do it with my own goddamn money. How do you think I feed the wrestling cat? Where's the wrestling cat? I'm probably laying down. Anyway, so yeah, the Eagles just scored. Jalen Hurts is lucky. All right, so it's 20-14. Eagles started out the second quarter. So it's probably going to be one of those big, high-scoring games. But, we'll see what happens with that. Next week's Sunday Night Football game is going to suck. I think it's the Colts and the Cowboys. Ugh. Ugh. They were smart. They would put the Niners and the Dolphins game in prime time. But they won't. They'll put it on at 4 o'clock. So on Fox, if you have, if you have it in LA or on Red Zone, or if you have the Niners app, which I do. So, but, they'll never put a good Niners game on primetime. They really should do what they really should do. December the 11th, not next week, but the following week, week 14. No, yeah, week 14. Niners, Buccaneers. Put that in primetime, or put that on Fox here in New York. But they won't do that because the Giants are just play, so they can't do that. But now that they have the flex week shit, flex the Niners Buccaneers game to fucking Sunday Night Football. I mean, they have a Thursday night game after that on Amazon Prime. Thankfully, I have that on the PlayStation 4. So I don't have to, search around and play with the Niners app. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But put the Niners Buccaneers in fucking primetime. Come on, Roger Goodell, do something for the Niners once in a while. Get some better referees that fucking can fucking call holds on Bosa when he gets held every fucking play. Even though Bosa today got very lucky at the end of that game. Very lucky. I think it was near the end of the game. It was 4th and goal. Saints were on the doorstep, and Bosa got a sack, even though he was like a smidge over offsides, but they didn't call it. But got the sack. Niners got the ball back, and that was basically it. And their defense today was great. Great goal line stop on another I think it was another goal line drive that the Saints had. Quarterback threw the ball at the I think it was at the 2-yard line. Guy catches it, and then Hufanga, that great cornerback that we have, just came out of nowhere, hits the ball out. The guy and another guy in the Saints almost had it and almost scored a touchdown because it was right there. And somehow, I don't know how the Niners got the ball back at the 2-yard line, but their defense is just amazing right now. Nobody can run on the Niners right now. Nobody. And in this 4-game winning streak, the Niners in the second half have given up a combined score of 0. That's why the Niners had one of the top defenses in the goddamn league. Their offense stinks. But still, even without Debo's on and off injured right now. We don't need Debo right now. But still, I mean, Jennings got a touchdown, a lucky touchdown. Guy tipped, he deflected it, and somehow Jennings got the ball, a touchdown, which made it 10-0. Then he got the field goal in the, I think it was the second half. Made it 13-0, and basically that was it. But, man, this Niners defense is great. 4-game winning streak. Got a tough couple games coming up. Miami next Sunday. Then we got Brady and those Buccaneers. I'd love to put Brady in the turf for good. Then that Thursday night game, December the 15th, in Seattle, is going to be really tough. That might make or break the division for the Niners and maybe the playoffs. Well, maybe a playoff spot, maybe, but we'll see. Then after that, they got who do they have after that? That's week 14. Week 15, I forgot who they played week 15. Then week 16, they got the Raiders and then Arizona at home. Well, Raiders in Vegas, and then Arizona at home to end the year, January the 7th or 8th. That's a division game. Right now, the Niners are 4-0 in the division, so, I mean, it doesn't matter if the Niners tie with the Seahawks. They win the division outright, so it's 6 games left for the Niners. I'd love for them to go 4-2. I think that'll be fine. Get to the playoffs. But 5-1 would be nice. 6-0 would be great. But I don't think they'll be 6-0. I don't think so. But because I think they got those 3 hard games. Really 3.5 from Arizona. It was like garbage. But it is what it is. The Rams lost today. They're out of the division. Goodbye. Super Bowl my ass. That's what happens when you buy and cheat in the NFC title game. That's what happens. You go to the Super Bowl, you basically rent the Super Bowl. Roger Goodell gives you the fucking trophy. And then what happens? What happens? We don't have a repeat Super Bowl winner. I don't think we had one since the Patriots. So we're going to get a new Super Bowl champion this year. So we'll see who it is. Hopefully it's the Niners, but I don't think anybody in the NFC wants to face the Niners in the playoffs right now. I don't care if the Giants, the Cowboys, the Eagles, or the Fight Queers. I don't think anybody wants to face the Niners right now. The way they're doing right now. Fucking epic this team is right now. But we'll have to see. I have to see. As far as the Jets go, they won today against the crappy Bears. They're going to lose next week to the Vikings. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I really don't. Even with Mike White at the helm, I don't think they're winning next week. They're not beating Buffalo the week after that. The week after that, they faced the Dolphins. So, I don't know. I don't think the Jets could win the next 6 games. I don't think so. I mean, they have a couple of easy games against Detroit and the Jaguars, who somehow beat who they beat. They beat the Ravens. Oh, Taco pissed today. Glad I changed my pick. I'm very glad I changed my pick. I would have had a field day too. But yeah, Taco really. I mean, you really should change your team. I'm sorry. The Ravens are garbage. I don't want you on the faithful, but if you want to come to a team that actually wins, we'll take you. We'll take stragglers. You can just stand outside. You stand outside Levi Stadium watching. Don't come into our stadium. Get out of here. Fuck you. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So, Ravens are garbage. The Giants are garbage. They're going down the hole right now. I don't even know who they play next week. I care less. Actually, they play the Commanders, I think, next week. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. As week 12 ends tomorrow, and then we start week 13 in the NFL in the league where they play for pay this Thursday night. And we'll see what happens with that. All right, enough about football and all that shit. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. So my final rating for Survivor Series Wargames was pretty modest, 6.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, or do a video reply, do whatever the fuck you want to do. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to smash that like button to death and subscribe to my channels. This channel, my channel's all down in the wazoo in the description box, otherwise known as pets. And share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare. And don't forget to smash that bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, go to my channels and hit the video section or the live video section, and you get the latest video when I do it. And you don't miss a beat. That's all I gotta say. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cocoot. And if you're not down with that, you're not down with the Niners, you're not down with the NFL, you're not even down with the fucking bloodline, the Armada, and the prophecy, which is goddamn bad for you. Because all of us, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you. Man, that's pretty much it. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. I will probably be back tomorrow night with your Monday Night Raw review on the main channel, the Kill Demons channel. And that's pretty much it. Watch my other videos from this past week. And that's it. So, have a great rest of your Sunday night. And an even better start to your week, the final couple days of November. We got the tree lighting here in New York City on Wednesday night. And then we start the month of December and counting down those days to the greatest day in the world, which you all know and love. You know what it is. And that's it. So we got that. So we're going to start the countdown starting tomorrow. Well, we already started already, but we'll continue it tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. And that's it. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches. And you hit the button.